Call this regular meeting of council to order for September the 22nd, 2025. I'd like to acknowledge that we're in Treaty 5 territory and the city of Thompson is located on the ancestral lands in the Nisqually Cree Nation. We respect the spirit and intention of treaties and treaty making and remain committed to working in partnership with First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people in the spirit of truth, reconciliation, and cooperation. And tonight, first off, we're here to make a presentation. I would like to say I first met this lovely lady when we bought our house on Lakes in 1979, and we bought it in the winter and everything was sort of quiet, and all of a sudden come spring and my kids disappeared, and I went looking and here they were at the end of the street on Caribou peeling potatoes, and her husband and his co-workers, and Jock and Joe were right in there like dirty shirts. It was definitely a great experience, and that's how we started our relationship. Then we actually left the street, moved to Madison, and then when we moved out to McCready Campground, we were neighbors again, so for the next 28 years. So definitely it's been an ongoing experience for our family and Alice's. Thank you for all you do. So and with that, I would like to just make a little statement. For many years, we've known Alice as the heart and soul of Popeye's restaurant, a welcoming place with good food and warm hospitality, and it brought people together. Through her commitment, kindness, and community spirit, Alice has earned the respect and gratitude of all who call Thompson home. And having passed the torch to the new generation of entrepreneurs, Alice's legacy and community spirit will continue to inspire a true pillar of the community. She reflects the very best of Thompson. As a symbol of our appreciation, the key to the city is presented to Alice and Boyd, representing our open doors, heartfelt gratitude, and the lasting bond between her and the community she has worked and served so well. I'd like to open it to any fellow councillors have any comments. Councillor Saul.
Well, you know what, I don't know what can be said that has not been said over the years, Alice. I went to Popeye's late summer. You weren't there. And your smoke is absolutely correct. It's one thing to go to a place where you can get hamburgers and hot dogs and fries, but it's not the same when you're not there. And I will say that nothing against the new owners, but I haven't been there because you're not there. And so you know what, the amount of years that you have put in, and not just running a business, I've seen all the young people that you've had come into that business over the years. A lot of young people are now adults that who actually have kids that go there, that you know, they bring their own kids there. It's a truly remarkable thing you've done. I mean, you have done as a generational impact, you know, impact on many Thompsons. And I can say that personally, I'm truly thankful for having people like yourself, because you truly embody the spirit of Thompson and the spirit of being a Northerner. And I cannot say thank you enough. Yeah. It's really wonderful to have you, and I really miss you. Not being here.
And we say the spirit of Thompson, but it's the whole north. You see, especially Facebook comes in spring, the first thing you see is Popeye's open again, it's Popeye's open again. And I really do believe with your legacy and moving on with Popeyes, that definitely it's going to be continued. I definitely encourage people to go and you know, support Popeyes in the new owners and that, and we really appreciate you passing the torch on down, and we thank them for taking over so that we aren't going to lose our Popeyes.
I had people from all over the world that take the Popeyes. I had, remember, there was a French couple that were from France.
Yeah. People in the campground, the first place down there. So people from the campground would automatically, we'd say where to go to eat, we'd show them my big groups, which start this week, will be, you know, visiting you out there, they would start to drive.
It's all over. Yeah, if people
Yeah.
travel from all over the world to go to church, I don't know, I mean, you're 60 years never on the beach.
That's not- In 60 years, you've now come to our council chambers. Deputy Mayor Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you, Alice, for being who you are and meeting everybody in the community goes in. Always delight when we sit down and have a conversation with you. You may not own the restaurant anymore, but it'll always be Alice. You're not going to Popeyes Road having a story about Alice. It doesn't matter. So thank you for all you've done to, not only for the restaurant, but for the whole community. You're gonna be missed.
Thank you. Okay. With that. Come on, our house.
Watch the courts. Oh, it's not,
That's all I
let's
got.
not break our neck.
Oh, that's so, that's, policy says both, huh?
So this is says, this is to certify that Alice Lavoy is hereby granted a key to the city of Thompson. In recognition of your decades of dedication as a resident, business owner, and steadfast supporter of our community. Presented this 22nd day of September, 2025 by Mayor Colleen Smook and council.
Oh, my God, thank you.
Let's show them all your key here.
That's, it's a real honor and thank you very, very much, oh my God. I can't believe this.
Well deserved. And here's a little pin, if you haven't been to council chambers in 60 years. You can't even.
Oh, thank you, thank you. So.
Anyway, thank you. It's so great to see so many of the staff, many of you that literally started there when you were teenagers and kids that have carried on up through. So thank you all for the support that you've shown Alex here tonight. So thanks very much.
Oh, thank you. There you go.
Yeah,
You're city council, but you're not obligated to. So it's not around there. I don't know if we get it. But thank you.
All right, thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Much for all coming. Okay.
I'll miss that spring phone call to say that it's.
Right now. It's a real honor. There's simple food. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Dating a couple of years ago. Oh, she should be 80. Should have been 82.
Yeah, so I said there.
Yeah, she always had her birthday in the middle of summer. And she quite often had a band. They usually brought the police. My neighbors complaining their parties there were a bit loud. It was always good, always on.
So 81 on July 7th. Okay, there you go. Thank you. I just turned 85.
Well, now you guys just made me feel very young because I'm only 73. Next, we're going for an approval of the agenda. Deputy Mayor Fitzpatrick, Councillor McIver, all in favor. We have regrets this evening from Councillor Valentine.
What's a long time?
And Councillor Wong, who is. Next we go into.
That's a good vacation.
Oh, who's finding my solution now? Next, we're going to go into adoption of minutes. 5.1 is adoption of minutes for regular meeting of council, September the 8th, 2025. Resolution 2025-154, moved by Deputy Mayor Fitzpatrick, second by Councillor Chong. Be it resolved that the minutes of the regular meeting of council held in council chambers, City Hall, Thompson, Manitoba, on Monday, September the 8th, 2025, be adopted as circulated. Administration,
Nothing further. Nothing,
Deputy Mayor,
nothing further, thank you.
other comments from council? Call for the question, all those in favor? Carried. Five point two is adoption of minutes for committee of the whole meeting, September the 15th, 2025. Resolution 2025-155, moved by Deputy Mayor Fitzpatrick, seconded by Councillor Chong. Be it resolved that the minutes of the committee of the whole meeting of council held in council chamber, City Hall, Thompson, Manitoba, on Monday, September the 15th, 2025, be adopted as circulation. Administration.
Nothing further.
Deputy Mayor,
Nothing further, man.
Council. Seeing none, call for the question. All those in favor? Carried. Next, we're going into resolutions. Resolution 6.1 is a resolution to approve the extension of Councillor Lundmark's absence from council. Resolution 2025-156, moved by Councillor Oberdorfer, seconded by Councillor McIver. Be it resolved that council approve the extension of Councillor Lundmark's leave of absence from June 5th, 2025 to November 30th, 2025. Administration,
Nothing further.
Councillor Oberdorfer to move her.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Yeah, I'll be supporting this motion. I know, in the past, there have been some things that have come up, with council regarding, concerns with the indemnity bylaw and that sort of thing. And I just want to remind council that, we have the opportunity to review our indemnity bylaw if we have concerns regarding that. And that those things shouldn't be discussed when we're talking about a specific councillor's leave. And so I will be supporting this leave at this moment. And I think, as I mentioned, if councillors do want to discuss the indemnity bylaw or any concerns around that, I think that we should bring that forward at committee of the whole, and that it shouldn't be brought forward when we're discussing this specific leave. As long as this aligns with the indemnity bylaw, that's what we should be discussing. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other councillors? Councillor Saul.
Thank you. Just one question and one comment, just to administration. Is this the third, request right now from Council Lawler?
This will be I believe it will be the third.
Third, okay. I will be supporting this, resolution, but I do want to add some comments. And it's not about the honorariums, I do acknowledge and I agree with, Councillor Orndorff that we did have a chance to have this changed, and it wasn't. The reason why I asked, how often, what point is that now in request? And this will be up to, of course, Councillor Lundmark, is that one has to ask himself is if this is an ongoing issue, whether it's in his best interest or not to continue, but that would be his decision. He was voted in by the residents of Thompson, and looking at, factors that remove the councillor, all of them are fairly extreme, everything from no longer being a citizen to having conviction, no longer being a resident. We have one member of council that does have some health issues, and he has provided doctor's notes. I think that should be enough. As I said, I would, look to see if there's additional extensions and see how long or how deep this issue is with his house. But at the moment, his request and is backed up by doctor's notice should be sufficient for us. And based on our existing bylaw, we should support this request. So I'll be voting in favor of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Chong.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. My question is this the last request? Like, do we have in our organization by law that like how many times a council will allow to have leave of absence? Or the length of the time that we are allowed to have for the leave of absence, right? But regarding to the indemnity, I think under the municipal act, if this is being approved by the council, the person on leave is automatically paid. And that is in the municipal act. So I think I can support him for the leave of absence. That's not a problem at this time. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else? Hey, seeing no more questions, we'll call for the question. All those in favor of this resolution? Carried. Resolution 6.2 is a resolution to approve the tabulation of prices for the supply of digital mailing machine on lease. Resolution 2025-157 moved by Deputy Mayor Fitzpatrick, seconded by Councillor McIver. Be it resolved that Council approve the recommendation of the purchasing agent and award the RFP for the supply of digital mailing machine to Pitney Bowes of Canada Limited for a total lease price of $15,324.48, with additional taxes for 3 years as per tender file number 10425. Administration.
Yeah, so as was discussed at the committee of the whole, our CFO and the purchasing agents had put out the RFP for this lease of this equipment. It was noted in the approval note that one of the companies was $637 less, but that company did not have local support. Whereas the one that's being put forward for approval has local service and support in the community.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor Fitzpatrick.
Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, I'm in favor of this, as we said, we have local support in the community, and this is a proven company, so I'm in favor of this.
Thank you. Any other comments from council? Seeing none, call for the question. All those in favor? Carried. Six point three is a resolution to approve the Thompson Regional Aquatic Center contingency increase. Resolution 2025-158 moved by Deputy Mayor Fitzpatrick, seconded by Councillor Chong. Whereas Stantec has advised that geotechnical issues requiring piling and foundation changes have impacted the budget for the Thompson Regional Aquatic Center, resulting in 8% of the approved 10% contingency already being used. Whereas Stantec has recommended increasing the contingency from 10% to 20% to allow the project to proceed without further delays. Now therefore be it resolved that council approve increasing the project contingency for the Thompson Regional Aquatic Center from 10% to 20%. Administration?
Yeah, as noted in the resolution, Stantec's architecture team came up and met with council, reviewed the issues they've encountered on the geotechnical and some of the foundation redesign they had to do. They answered council's questions, and the request is now coming forward to make these changes. As is noted, contingency is only spent if needed. So if the money isn't needed, then it won't be spent. It's only spent as it's needed.
Thank you. Deputy Mayor Fitzpatrick, any comments?
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. Yeah, I'm in agreement with this. I mean, we have to move forward with the pool. If we cause any more further delays, we know the prices are just going to increase exponentially. So I'm in favor of this.
Thank you. Any other comments from councillors? Councillor Oberdorfer?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Apologies that I wasn't able to attend that meeting with Stantec. I just had a question related to the increase of the contingency. And my understanding is that, regardless of whether it's the contingency is increased or not, any requests, to tap into the contingency or go over the budget would have to come to council. Is that correct? Yes or no?
That's correct. That's why the resolution's in front of council, because the administration can't do that unilaterally.
Sorry, let me rephrase. I guess my question, or what I'm not understanding maybe, is if we have to approve anything that goes over that 10% anyways, then why don't those changes just come to us instead of us approving an increased contingency? Or will the contingency give autonomy to administration to use that 20% without it coming to council?
That's correct. Otherwise, every single change would have to come to council. So $7,000 door change would have to come to council, which would result in a 2 to 4 week delay for approvals.
Thank you for clarifying.
Okay, Councillor Oberdorfer, you're fine.
For now, yeah.
Any more questions? Councillor Song?
Thank you, and I also support this resolution, but I just want to make sure, and I'm sure it is that we know that part of this additional cost was due to some errors. And I expect, assume the administration will quantify what that is from Stantec. It will be brought into play when the final ceiling is
The administration has everything quantified in terms of council's legal position on the matter. That would be an in-camera discussion for council to give direction on. I wouldn't have that now, but everything that council wants is being tracked.
Anything further, Councillor Song?
No, that's good, thank you.
Any other comments? After touring the pool there a little bit ago, you can see we're definitely doing great progress on the pool. And like we say, if we don't have a contingency fee, there's money there and things do come up, it will be a holdup, and we're definitely going into the winter season here, so it's important that we continue so that we are ready to open August next year as a plan. Call for the question, all those in favor? Carried. We're going into bylaws now. 7.1 is the first reading of bylaw 2058, 2025, open air burning bylaw. Resolution 2025-159, moved by Deputy Mayor Fitzpatrick, seconded by Councillor Chong. Be it resolved that bylaw 2058-2025, being a bylaw of the City of Thompson, to amend bylaw 1809-2009, being a bylaw to regulate open air burning within the limits of the City of Thompson, be introduced and read a first time. Administration.
Okay, so this is another in the series of new bylaws or changes to bylaws that are being brought forth by our fire chief. This one had already been amended through 3 readings of the bylaw, though there was changes in hours that were made during the wildfire that then council reconsidered. So this is some changes to the language to put more of the power back on the fire chief to make determinations on when fire burning bans or partial bans are in place.
Thank you. Deputy Mayor Fitzpatrick.
Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, well, I support this bylaw and the chief's authority to change that as he sees fit. I don't, however, agree with the hours that we have in there. For a simple fact that a lot of people in town work different hours. And I don't understand why I need to put my fire out at midnight if I want to sit up and enjoy the evening.
Thank you. Other comments, councillors? Councillor Oberdorfer.
Thank you, Madam. Yeah, I would be fine with this bylaw moving forward without the hours. I just wanted to note that the hours of 6 to midnight were previously in the bylaw before we amended it, so that's not something that's new or being added. That was already what the bylaw said prior to us making the amendments that we made at our meeting 2 weeks ago. But I do like the language of having the fire chief be able to declare a complete or partial ban within
Absolutely.
the city of Thompson, or restrict the permitted hours of having a fire, if we do have, you know, wildfire season again next summer, which it's predicted that we will be in the same situation, so I agree with that portion of the bylaw, and I would be fine with removing the specific hours, as well as Deputy Mayor Fitzpatrick suggested or commented on. Thank you.
Thank you, and I'd like to remind you, this is the first reading of the bylaw.
Yeah.
So I would recommend if anybody does want any changes or that you bring it forward to administration. Anthony?
Yep, so what we can do is put this on the agenda of the next committee, the whole council can discuss if they want to make any changes, but as the mayor noted, this is only the first reading. You can still make changes as it progresses.
Councillor Scott?
Yeah, thank you. I'll support this first reading. I just want to say I do applaud our chief and the department for being proactive in bringing not just this far, but other bylaws. We know based on what we experienced this summer that we're gonna have increasing issues, so I feel these are some real proactive moves. We can always discuss some of the specific details as brought forward prior to the second and third reading, but I just want to say I support the fact that we're being proactive. And I do want to still do a shout out to John Masby on his birthday. Turning 80.
If
80,
if
yeah. So, who has served our city so very well for so many years. I just want to acknowledge that. Thank you, John.
Thank you. Any other comments? Thank you. I again would like to apologize when I first read the first bylaw. I had missed that we had changed it to 6 p.m. to midnight, so it did cause a little bit of controversy. I'm still not upset that the midnight deadline being the middle of the campground with many fires. I find that they do get quite a bit louder after midnight, so definitely I can work with people as to that extended deadline and that, but during the day, it's definitely nice to see the changes to this. So on the first reading, I'll call for the question. All those in favor? Carried. Bylaw 7.2 is the second reading of bylaw 2056-2025, commercial cooking equipment bylaw. Resolution 2025-160, moved by Councillor Saw, seconded by Councillor McIver. Be it resolved that bylaw 2056-2025, being a bylaw of the city of Thompson to regulate the installation, maintenance, inspection, and cleaning of commercial cooking equipment in order to reduce fire hazards and protect public safety, be given a second reading. Administration?
As noted, this is another initiative of our fire chief trying to bring the city into alignment with the NFPA 96 standard for commercial equipment and cooking equipment in the community.
Thank you. Councillor Saw as the mover, any comments?
No, nothing to add. Thank you.
Other councillors comment? No, I definitely approve of this bylaw coming into force. I know in the past, our fire department had been very proactive with doing checks and that, and this is just one more thing for the safety of either the workers and the citizens that are using kitchens. So with that, I'll call for the question. All those in favor? Carried. Bylaw 7.3 is the third reading of bylaw 2056-2025. And I'd like to remind you that third reading of the bylaw is by a recorded vote. Resolution 2025-161, moved by Deputy Mayor Fitzpatrick, second by Councillor Stahl. Be it resolved that bylaw 2056-2025 be given third and final reading and that it do now pass. Any more comments from administration?
Nothing further.
Nothing further,
Deputy Mayor Fitzpatrick, any comments?
nothing further.
Any other council comments? In a recorded vote, all those in favor? Councillor McIver, Councillor Oberdorfer, Councillor Chong, Mayor Scoot, Deputy Mayor Fitzpatrick, Councillor Stahl. It is carried. Seven point four is second reading of bylaw 2057-2025, NFRA 33 or NFPA 33 standard for spray application using flammable and combustible materials. Resolution 2025-162, moved by Councillor Saw, second by Councillor Oberdorfer. Be it resolved that bylaw 2057-2025 being a bylaw of the city of Thompson to regulate the installation, maintenance, inspection, and servicing of spray booth regulations and guidelines in order to reduce fire hazards and protect public safety be given second reading. Administration?
Nothing further.
Thank you. Councillor Saw?
Nothing further, thank you.
Thank you. Any other councillors' comments? Another initiative by our fire chief to make our community safer. Safe. Call for the question. All those in favor? Councillor Saw? Did I miss your hand?
Oh, yeah, no,
Thank you. Next, we're going to, third reading of bylaw 2057-2025. And again, it is third reading and will be recorded vote. Resolution 2025-163, moved by Councillor Oberdorfer, second by Councillor Saw. Be it resolved that bylaw 2057-2025 be given third and final reading and that it do now pass. Administration?
Nothing further.
Councillor Oberdorfer is mover. Any other councillors, comments? Seeing none, call for the question and a recorded vote. Councillor McIver, Councillor Oberdorfer, Councillor Chong, Mayor Scoot, Deputy Mayor Fitzpatrick, and Councillor Saw. It does not pass. Next, we're going into a proclamation for October 10th for National Dental Care Day. The mayoral proclamation, whereas the National Dental Care Day Foundation is a volunteer-led initiative that has for over a decade provided dental services across Ontario and now seeks to expand into a unified coast-to-coast movement dedicated to restoring dignity through smiles. And whereas National Dental Care Day observes on October 10th brings together dental professionals from all across Canada who commit to one day of service annually offering a free dental procedure, cleaning, filling, or extraction to individuals in need regardless of insurance or income status. And whereas participating clinics will also provide oral health care, education, community outreach, and volunteer engagement activities, fostering compassion awareness and preventative care within local communities. And whereas this initiative promotes the importance of oral health, helps reduce barriers to essential dental care and reflects the city of Thompson's commitment to health, equity, dignity, and volunteerism. Now therefore, I, Mayor Pauline Spoon, on behalf of the city council for the city of Thompson, do hereby declare October the 10th National Dental Care Day in the city of Thompson and encourage residents to support and celebrate this important initiative. Definitely it is important, and I'd just like to acknowledge, I do have a tour group that is actually coming from the United States this week, and they are bringing approximately 3,000 toothbrushes to the city of Thompson for us to distribute to the north. So they have some dentists on the mission who are in support of this. With that, I'd like to call for adjournment. Deputy Mayor Fitzpatrick, Councilor Dorper, all in favor?